Officials are warning people about a synthetic drug making its way across the state that's causing internal bleeding in its users.
And if you're heading anywhere downtown this weekend, it will not be easy to get in and out as Shake the Lake takes over tomorrow.
This is News 3 This Morning.
Good morning and welcome to News 3 This Morning, 6 o'clock now on this Friday, June 22nd. We were holding on to that little strip of sunshine for like a little bit.
Like 5 minutes.
I was so excited. I thought we'd have a huge sunrise.
No, unfortunately, it's cloudy right now. I did get a beautiful picture from a viewer. I'll try and get that on the air a little bit later on this morning.
We need it.
Yeah, we need all the sunrise pics that we can get because this is what it looks like once again. At least it's not raining this morning in Platteville. The Queen Bee Radio Sky Cam showing you the ground is relatively dry. Still looks like there are some puddles in the parking lot. Skies are cloudy and there still is a chance for a few showers today. Any rain is going to be very light though, that's the good news, and shouldn't last too long. Measurable rain would likely be right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. Our temperatures though, with the clouds in place and a northeasterly wind, are still going to be a little cooler than they should be. Normal highs will be around 80. We'll top at 70 this afternoon. Now let's get a look at your first alert traffic update this morning. Still dealing with a road closure, at least one. The right lane on 151 northbound at Wisconsin Highway 73 is closed due to an earlier crash this morning, so watch out for that. No delays though in that area right now. No delays in the Madison area or in the downtown regions, so you're still traveling at posted speeds when you head into Madison. And that's your first alert traffic.
We're watching that, that accident.
We're told that truck is holding liquid nitrogen. None of it spilled out, so that's the good news, but it is in a ditch, so it's just making it very difficult for authorities up there.
Yep, avoid it if you can.
All right. Thanks, Hattie.
You're welcome.
New overnight, Madison police are looking into a drive-by shooting on the city's north side. Officers were called out to the 1800 block of Northport Drive just after 10 o'clock last night. That's about a block away from Warner Park. They found a few shell casings in the area before coming across a car that had been damaged by the bullets with people inside. The two men inside at the time told police a gold Crown Victoria chased them and then fired at them. Detectives are still looking for that car and any suspects this morning.
Beloit police need your help finding two suspects who could be responsible for multiple thefts in the area. Detectives say these men were captured on surveillance video at the Beloit Walmart. They stole a number of items around 5 p.m. Wednesday. Police believe the men are involved in other thefts in the area as well, and a crash involving a squad car in Illinois. You can see that picture up on the Beloit Police Facebook page. Now, officers say they're likely driving a gray Buick with an Illinois license plate ZZ93350. If you have any information, call that number on your screen there, 608-757-2244.
Health officials are asking Rock County residents to stay out of the water, or at least don't drink it, because of high levels of E. coli bacteria in a number of streams and rivers. The health department says 16 sites total tested high. That includes parts of the Rock, Yahara, and Sugar rivers, as well as Badfish Creek, Turtle Creek, Lake Leota, and several others. Officials say the heavy rain might be to blame. There's also a new warning out about synthetic pot. It's causing internal bleeding cases here in Wisconsin, 10 of them reported in just the past month alone. The drug is illegal. It has been since 2011, but people in Wisconsin still have access to things called K2 and Spice. There are serious consequences to using those fake drugs. 15 cases of internal bleeding have been reported in Wisconsin since March, 10 of them in the last 20 days of June. Officials say it's what the drugs have been laced with that's making them so dangerous.
Drugs that have been people have been using have been contaminated for some reason with a rat poison, and this rat poison can end up causing significant and severe bleeding for a prolonged period of time.
You heard him right, rat poison. So far, cases have been linked to Dane, Milwaukee, and Outagamie County. In Illinois, 4 people have actually died from using synthetic pot, and Wisconsin officials are worried it's just a matter of time before it happens here.
The time is 6:04 right now, and family members are breathing a bit of a sigh of relief today after a missing veteran has been found safe. 70-year-old Michael Bates had not been seen since Tuesday morning. He went missing and was last seen at the Toma VA campus where he's currently living. He was headed for an Amtrak station in a cab, but authorities did not believe he actually got on a train or bus to go anywhere. Officials say Bates does struggle with dementia. He has some memory issues. The release did not say where he was found. All right, there's a significant first alert traffic reminder to share this morning. If you are trying to go downtown at all this weekend, tomorrow is Shake the Lake, so John Nolan Drive will be closed from South Broome Street to South Blair Street. That starts at 6 a.m. and the closure goes until 6 o'clock Sunday morning. Traffic will remain open on South Broome Street as well as East Wilson and Willie Streets during that day. However, the closure is going to expand the area I should say, between South Broome and Olin Avenue between 9:45 and 10:45 tomorrow night during the fireworks show. People going to the free event are encouraged to park in one of the ramps downtown. The festivities get underway at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. They'll include live music, food, and family activities. It all leads up to that Festival Foods fireworks show on Lake Monona, which is set to start at 10. 6:05 right now, and starting this morning, there's an effort encouraging people to celebrate Independence Week. That is INDEPENDENTS. Independence, referring to small business.
I think that's a song, too.
Yeah.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi will be visiting some of those small shops later today as part of that effort. Our Christina Laurie joins us from Monroe Street with how you and your pocketbook can benefit from shopping local.
Danica, I'm really impressed with your spelling. Well, small business owners here along Monroe Street are fighting for customers amid mounting construction. As you can see behind me, it's been going on since mid-March. It's kind of a headache out here. That's why later this morning, Monroe Street will serve as the kickoff location for Independence Week, an annual event to celebrate locally owned businesses in Madison, Dane County, and South Central Wisconsin. County Executive Joe Parisi will speak at 11:30 this morning at Monroe Street framing, and then he'll give a neighborhood tour, visiting 3 businesses and encouraging others to support Monroe Street businesses, especially during ongoing road construction. Dane Buy Local sponsors this week, calling it a great way to invest in the local community. The organization's executive director says any money you spend here in Madison stays in Madison.
We have a unique situation here in Dane County where we have a high quality of living, and we want to be able to continue to support that. And it's because of the local businesses that we have that unique setting here in the area. So if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have the tax base, we wouldn't have them reinvesting into the community, they wouldn't be organizations that would be providing support to nonprofits, which we have many of here in Dane County.
Independence Week is put on by Dane Buy Local, which is the second largest program of its kind. Its mission is to educate the public about the benefits of thinking local first. Now, Independence Week runs today through July 4th holiday. And coming up in the next half hour of News 3, I'll explain how businesses here along Monroe Street are banding together, supporting each other, not only over the next week and a half, but throughout the year.
I know you said you were impressed, Christina, but I have the luxury of a teleprompter to put in this, you know, and I still think I struggled with it. Do not send me to the script spelling bee.
Okay, I won't.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Christina Laurie reporting live from Monroe Street. Thanks, Christina.
6:08 your time now. After the break, Will Loper is going to hit us with some nostalgia this morning. He's previewing the new Jurassic Park movie. We'll see if it lives up to the colossal hype.
And that's actually a perfect place, the movie theater, to be on this cloudy Friday. Indoors, avoiding the rain. But your first official weekend of summer might actually feel like the first official weekend of summer. Hattie's got your first alert forecast coming up on News 3 this morning.
Good morning from the Hattie-O Patio. This morning we have no rain falling down right now, but cloudy skies in the area. Boy, it's been a pretty wet week so far, though. Take a look at this picture sent in by Jerry Davis. Kind of sums it up. This poor young robin just trying to stay dry with the shelter under a plant. It's been a pretty difficult task so far this week with rain recorded every day since Sunday. Here's a look at our precipitation map for the month of June. Again, our last completely dry day was Sunday, so it's been very wet all week. We have had officially just a little bit of rain since midnight in the area as well, so we'll likely record today as a wet day. We should dry out, though, for the upcoming weekend, which is great news. Now, our 24-hour precipitation estimate shows anywhere from a couple of tenths of an inch of rain to almost 3/4 of an inch. Officially at the airport, about 1/4 of an inch. About a half here on the west side of town. The heaviest rain yesterday, though, stayed just south of the state line. You can see those higher totals, 1 to 2 inches across northern Illinois. But so for southern Wisconsin, we escaped the real heavy rain. This morning, some light rain showers still continue to rotate through the area with that storm system passing just to our south. And it will continue to track to the east today, so that is good news. We'll finally start to dry out later on today. Here's a look at satellite and radar trends, though. Still quite a few clouds across the area this morning for at least the southern part of the state. There have been a few holes in the clouds, and take a look at this picture that Joe Murray sent to me just earlier this morning. This is from Columbus. He caught the beautiful colors as the sun was coming up just after 5 o'clock this morning. So thanks for sharing that, Joe. We're not going to see a lot of sunshine today, but more is in the forecast tomorrow. A pretty gray shot from the Edgewater Skycam looking at downtown Madison this morning. Temperature here in the capital city has dropped to 59 degrees. It's 58 in the Dells, 59 in Monroe, and 62 in Platteville. A little breezy at times as well with a northeasterly wind, and through the day today, that northeasterly wind will increase a little bit to around 10 to 15 miles an hour this afternoon. So today is going to be another kind of cool day for the area. Normal highs should be right around 80. We'll struggle to get back to around 70 this afternoon. Best chances for rain will stay near the state line. Highs right around 70 here in Madison, but watch what happens overnight tonight. Future track clears the clouds out of the area. That'll set us up for some sunshine tomorrow. And finally, warmer temperatures. We're back into the mid-70s tomorrow afternoon. Here's a look at your extended forecast then. We have dry conditions on Saturday. Just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm Sunday afternoon, but it will be a little warmer with highs near 80 degrees. So finally starting to feel like summer. Let's get a look at your first alert traffic this morning with Josh Tim. Good morning, Josh.
Yeah, we're starting off watching a crash involving a semi on northbound 151 near Columbus. That happened earlier this morning. The right lane of 151 is actually closed at Highway 73 exit. Right now, no delays are showing up, but that may change as everyone heads out for the day. Here in Madison, the Beltline is moving well so far. No major issues heading east or westbound. Other routes in Dane County are beginning to pick up. Stoughton Road is getting busier near the Beltline ramps. No problems at all downtown around the Capitol and UW campus. Volume is not a factor at this point. And other main routes leading into the city are moving along at the usual speeds with no crashes or delays. With your first alert traffic, I'm Josh Tim.
All right, thanks, Josh. 6:15 your time now. The sci-fi franchise Jurassic Park is celebrating its 25th anniversary with a new release. Already?
Yeah.
The new film out today, Fallen Kingdom, is the 5th Jurassic Park movie and the 3rd in the Jurassic World trilogy.
Yeah, it makes you feel old a little bit. Chris Pratt is back to playing the lead role of Owen Grady. He and Bryce Dallas Howard have to rescue the remaining dinosaurs on the fictional Central American island of Isla Nublar before a volcanic eruption. I'm just sweating thinking about it, so here's Will Loper with a preview.
I know why we're here. A rescue op. Save the dinosaurs from the island that's about to explode. What could go wrong?
This weekend, sequels find a way with the next entry in the Jurassic movie series, starring Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard.
These creatures were here before us. And if we're not careful, they're gonna be here after. You know me.
Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom is rated PG-13.
So Will is not with us today because he is out in Milwaukee directing the 48-hour film competition.
Good luck to him.
Yeah.
The two-time champ will be back with us next Friday. We want to wish him good luck on that project. Pretty exciting for him.
It's always a really fun time. Whenever he comes back here, he loves that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So good luck
to him.
Yep, absolutely. 6:16 right now. And tough conversations with your teen are just part of being a parent, but that doesn't mean they're always easy. By the time kids reach high school, a lot of them have had their first sip of alcohol already. We'll tell you what doctors have to say about taking time to talk.
And a quick look outside. Not very pretty this morning. Ugh, wet, dreary, just another day dodging the raindrops. Hattie's got more.
Spots without clouds?
You're right.
There you go.
always got the silver lining. And Hattie's got more on when the rain will end and when the sun will take over. That's after the break here on News 3 this morning.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Hattie McLean. We have cloudy skies this morning, and I'm watching the radar map to let you know when the showers are expected to move back into the area. We've had a little bit of rain so far, but there is some steadier rain just to the east this morning, north of Chicago, heading in this direction. Heaviest rain today, though, will likely stay right along the state line. Scattered light showers will be possible through the morning into the afternoon, and things begin to dry out for the evening. Temperatures early today are right around 60 degrees, so not terribly chilly outside. Dew points have dropped, so it actually feels pretty comfortable. High temperatures today will be at 70 degrees later on this afternoon, just a couple of degrees warmer than it was yesterday. Have a wonderful day.
All right, thanks, Hattie. Sometimes we need to take time to talk about uncomfortable topics. That includes substance use and abuse, and that conversation needs to start sooner than ever.
Research now shows that a third of kids have at least one drink by the time they are 15 years old, and a lot of parents actually should start talking about illegal drugs in middle school.
But often we're sending our kids messages about substances, about drugs and alcohol, really when they're much younger. Again, kids are listening, they're picking up on things even if we don't necessarily know or think that they are. So the way that we talk about
Dr. Amanda Lucchetti is a pediatric neuropsychologist with SSM Health and says talking about the issue ahead of time is imperative. She suggests actually having a code word with your children that can be easily texted or said over the phone that tells parents that their kid might be in a dangerous situation. She recommends that when they use that word, it's a no questions asked situation. The adult just picks up their kid without an explanation.
If you want more advice on how to have open conversations on drugs and alcohol with your family, or maybe you have questions about other mental health related topics, we have resources and stories up on our Time to Talk page at channel3000.com/timeforkids.
6:22 right now, and an all-day event is hoping to help the community better respond to survivors of sexual abuse. Paths to Healing is being held today at the American Family Insurance Training Center here in Madison. It's focused on adult survivors of child sexual assault with a special focus on men within the LGBTQ community, as well as Black, Latino, and Hmong survivors. Mental health professionals and law enforcement are also encouraged to attend. Registration starts at 8. The sessions begin at 8:45. Same-day sign-up costs $50.
All right, we are keeping an eye on that crash along Highway 151 where a semi carrying liquid nitrogen is in the ditch this morning. That truck not damaged, so right now no concerns for a hazmat situation, but one lane is closed northbound, so we're going to keep an eye on that, give you an update in your first alert traffic coming up.
And more rain means more chances for flooding across our area. We are expecting some of that rain today. You can see the consequences of it in public parks and private yards, but some Madison residents say that they have seen this thing years in the making. We will hear their concerns ahead on News 3 this morning. Some people living in Madison and Dane County are worried about rising lake levels, flooding storm water, and how much more their homes can take.
Survivors of the Parkland High School shooting are in town today. How they're teaming up with Madison residents to demand gun control changes.
This is News 3 This Morning.
Good morning and welcome back to News 3 This Morning. It's 6:30 now on this Friday. Bit of a cool, cloudy one. Some sun peeking through, Danica had to remind me.
Yeah, just a little bit still, though, and I think we're going to lose most of that throughout the day. Hattie is outside on her patio this morning. Hattie, it's just been an on and off umbrella kind of week for you out there.
It really has. A lot of rain recorded this week, and I'll be honest, the umbrella's right here, close by once again today. You never know when a few light showers are going to break out. Cloudy skies right now, though, and mainly dry conditions here in the Madison area. Seeing a few breaks in the cloud cover, but not many. Not enough to let much of that sunshine through this morning. Here's a look at our satellite and radar trends. Some light shower activity continuing this morning for southeastern Wisconsin. But all of that steady rain out over the southern tip of Lake Michigan is moving in this direction. So we're not done with the rainy forecast just yet. Have to keep some light showers in the forecast on and off today. Things should wind down, though, as we head into the evening. Our day planner temperatures take us to a high of 70 degrees right around 4 p.m. today. Skies will clear out and will dry out overnight tonight, which is great news. We are set to see more sunshine for tomorrow. Now a look at your first alert traffic. Still dealing with a road closure on the northbound lanes of 151 due to an earlier accident. It's a semi. It's in the ditch right now. No delays in that area, but avoid it if you can. Our first alert traffic here in Madison showing you just a few brake lights showing up on the eastbound belt lane at Stoughton Road. Otherwise, travel looking pretty good into Madison. No major delays, maybe just a little bit slower than normal northbound Verona Road towards the belt line. And that's your first alert traffic.
Thank you very much, Hattie. So people living and doing business around the water are looking forward to the drier forecast this weekend that Hattie has. Along Lake Gaganza, for instance, people are dealing with thousands of dollars in water damage, despite Dane County officials opening up the dam there as far as it will go. Meanwhile, some people in Madison say they saw the flooding like this coming years ago, and the city didn't do enough to prevent it. Natalie Beach lives along Elver Park. Her home is one of dozens, she says, that floods almost every time it rains. She says despite filling sandbags and bringing her concerns to the city, she's not getting the help she needs to protect her property.
We expressed our concerns in front of all the alders and the mayor, and the city engineer followed us out, and he told us that we are a top priority, but obviously we told him, make us believe it.
So the city engineer says Natalie's neighborhood is a top priority when it comes to fixing the stormwater drainage issues. He hopes to have some fixes completed later this year, but any damage on private property is still the homeowner's responsibility.
That flooding leaving quite a mess for folks across the state. But if you're looking for help cleaning up the storm damage, DACCAP says be skeptical of those quote-unquote storm chasers going door to door with aggressive sales tactics. If you are in need of repairs, here's what you should be asking of your contractors: who they're subcontracting with. If you can get lien waivers along with a written contract with dates and warranty information. Also, check with the building inspector first to make sure you don't need a permit. And get a copy of their certificate of liability insurance.
A former UW-Madison student will spend the next 3 years in prison after pleading guilty to sexually assaulting multiple women. We're talking about Alec Cook. He pleaded guilty to 5 of the 23 counts he faced. 11 women in total came forward with accusations against Cook. Some of those women wrote letters to the court asking for the maximum sentence of 40 years in prison. During his sentencing yesterday, Cook apologized to the survivors, saying that this was his fault. After his 3 years in prison, Cook will spend 8 years under extended supervision and 15 years on the sex offender registry. The state's top law enforcement official says Cook's sentence is too lenient. In a statement, Attorney General Brad Schimmel says that the Department of Justice is disappointed that Cook didn't receive a much longer sentence, one that state prosecutors believe he deserved. 6:31 right now, and the president is tweeting this morning about the November midterms, saying Republicans shouldn't, in his words, waste time on immigration reform, and that Democrats are playing games when it comes to blocking that legislation. House Republicans are postponing a vote on a compromise bill until next week. That includes plans to keep families together if parents are caught crossing the border illegally with their children. It also includes $25 billion for funding for border security. Now, there's no clear plan yet on how children separated from their parents will be reunited. Right now, the administration is looking to the military to provide unaccompanied children with shelter.
Pope Francis is one of the latest leaders to speak up about that U.S. immigration policy. The Pope talked to journalists while on his plane yesterday. He said that he stands with the Catholic bishops in our country who have criticized the separation of children from their parents under that zero-tolerance policy. 6:32 your time now. Survivors of the school shooting in Parkland, Florida will be in southern Wisconsin today.
Yeah, that's right. It's part of their Road to Change tour across the country. You're going to take a look at video here from their stop in Chicago last weekend. The goal of the tour is to build off the March for Our Lives gun control events later this year. They're going to be stopping at the Pontiac Convention Center in Janesville at 1 o'clock this afternoon. That's actually been moved up an hour this morning. And then they're going to head to Madison for a town hall and a voter registration party at the Alliant Energy Center. That runs from 5 until 8 o'clock tonight.
Even though the Parkland students got active after their tragedy at Major E. Stoneman Douglas, it doesn't just mean that it's contained to there. This is an issue that affects all Americans and all Wisconsinites.
So this event is hosted by March for Our Lives Wisconsin. That's a group that has been pushing for gun reform and changes to gun control here in the state. This is free and open to the public. The tour is also going to make a stop in Milwaukee tomorrow. 6:33 right now. Today starts a national push to encourage people to shop local. Independence Week, that's with a T, runs from today through the 4th of July.
We won't make you spell it again.
No, thank you.
The focus here in Madison is on Monroe Street, where family-owned businesses are still dealing with that construction project. That's where we find Christina Laurie this morning. She's sharing more about how businesses along that road are doing. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, ladies. Those small businesses will both be celebrated and supportive as Independence Week kicks off just before noon today here along Monroe Street, which you can see is full of construction. County Executive Joe Parisi will speak at 11:30 this morning at Monroe Street framing, and then he'll give a neighborhood tour, visiting 3 businesses and encouraging others to support Monroe Street businesses, especially during the ongoing road construction. That construction started back in January and expanded to encompass the entire street mid-March. With 5 months more of work to be done, Monroe Street businesses are banding together, trying new tactics to attract customers, like the newly announced Business Bingo. Dane's Buy Local's executive director says generally Madison residents understand the benefits of shopping local.
It sounds like most of the businesses on Monroe Street are doing okay. They've prepared in advance, and they have a very strong business association there, which really helps. They've been very supportive of each other, and they understand that it's not competition between them. They're all working together. If they come down for lunch, then hopefully they'll go into one of the retail stores, and just it expands from there.
Something neat that's happening now, the Greater State Street Business Association invited the Monroe Street businesses to join them downtown for Maxwell Street Days, which they've never done before. And now if you can't make it out here to Monroe Street today, perhaps on Tuesday you'll head down to the Village on Park from 4 to 7. More than 60 local businesses will be down there showing exhibits to try to attract more customers to their businesses. I put a link to that on our website, channel3000.com. Just search Independence Week. And ladies, if there's any confusion, despite its name, Independence Week actually lasts for about 10 days, running through the July 4th holiday.
So plenty of time to get down there, check out Monroe Street, check out some of our other small businesses in town.
Absolutely.
All right. Christina Laurie reporting live this morning. Thanks, Christina.
All right, 6:35 right now. After the break, your not-so-favorite team is making history in the NFL this week.
Yeah, what the Minnesota Vikings are doing, though, has nothing to do with football. We'll check in on their Athletes as Allies Summit, the first ever in the NFL, when News 3 This Morning returns. Welcome back, 6:38 on this Friday morning. We've been asking you to share your mornings with us, so let's take a look at what Linda Watson sent us. I picked this one out this morning because I thought we wouldn't really see a lot of sun.
You were correct.
We could use a nice sunrise to kind of wake us up here. Gorgeous photo from Lake Koshkonong. Pretty impressive, Linda.
Yeah, you're taking a page out of Adam Schrager's book. He loves pictures of Lake Koshkonong.
Oh,
he always is
really?
picking them. Oh, yeah, out of the News 3 this morning.
I see why.
Yes, batch. Yeah, thank you so much, Linda, for sharing. What does your morning look like? Take a picture, post it on our Channel 3000 Facebook, Twitter, Instagram page. Whatever you do, use that hashtag MyNews3Morning. That's how we find them and share our favorites every morning here on the program. Okay, so there is Bucks news this morning. As much as I love saying Giannis Antetokounmpo, there is a new powerhouse player on the roster. We're talking about Dante DiVincenzo from Villanova. He's the newest member of the Bucks. The Big Ragu, as he is called, was the 17th pick overall in last night's NBA draft. So the name may sound familiar from Villanova's monster win over Michigan in the Final Four this year. He had 31 points in that game, 5 from 7 in the three-point range, and was named the most outstanding player for the Final Four round. The 6'5", 200-pound guard has the Big Ragu nickname, as well as the Michael Jordan of Delaware. Delaware's his home state. Unfortunately, no Badgers or Marquette Golden Eagles to talk about in last night's draft, but it's going to be great to see what he can do along with the Greek Freak and company.
The Big Ragu.
All right, something we normally don't really talk about here on the program, the Minnesota Vikings, but they're making history off the field this morning.
The team is holding an Athletes as Allies Summit exclusively on LGBTQ inclusion in sports. They're the first team in the NFL to do that. Yesterday, former Vikings punter Chris Kluwe talked about his role as an outspoken ally and why he decided to speak up back in 2014 after he heard a coach make a homophobic comment. Big topics include how to practice inclusiveness in the NFL and how student athletes can be allies too. Speakers say LGBT athletes are twice as likely to quit their sport.
UW-Milwaukee is reaching out to African-American veterans this weekend, trying to offer some support. According to the Military and Veterans Resource Center in Milwaukee, sometimes minority vets receive misinformation about what resources are actually available to them when they're transitioning back to civilian life. This summit in Milwaukee will focus on mental health resources for veterans. It's happening tomorrow from 8 to 4 at the UW-Milwaukee Student Union.
6:41 your time now. We're keeping an eye on that crash on Highway 151. The semi there carrying liquid nitrogen, but none of it has spilled. Still, northbound lanes are closed. We're going to watch for backups there. A check on your first alert traffic and a cool Friday forecast ahead of a lovely weekend that's coming up.
Yeah, a little gray out there this morning. First, though, the day is June 22nd. Taylor is excited for her 3rd birthday. We want to say happy birthday to all the kiddos turning 3 today, and thanks for letting us help celebrate here on News 3 this morning.
You are taking a live look outside right now at the Platteville Sky Camera, pretty close to my home area of Highland, where they're seeing pretty similar to what we're seeing, lots of clouds. Hopefully that changes for the weekend ahead. Well, it's that dreary weather that have strawberry farmers really sick of the stuff.
Yeah, strawberry season is in full swing. Pick Your Own Berry Farms are feeling the impacts of this recent rainy weather. The owners of Mayberry Farm in Mayville say the wet conditions cause the berries to ripen more quickly than normal and sometimes rot in the field. It has even caused some of the family-owned farms to close early this season. Usually you can pick until the end of the month. Other farmers say despite problems caused by the rain, they are staying open rain or shine. So that's get out there if you can. And Hattie, they're going to need some rain boots if they want to get out there lately, huh?
I think so. Probably pretty muddy in the strawberry patch, but we have some sunshine in the forecast for the weekend. Great news for the strawberry farmers, and also Shake the Lake occurring tomorrow on John Nolan Drive. Looks like the weather will cooperate for the festivities. Should be a beautiful day with comfortable conditions. Temperatures topping right around 75 at 5 p.m. down to 67 at 10 when the fireworks start, but a dry forecast is in place for tomorrow here in south central Wisconsin. So that's the best news. A live look at downtown Madison this morning. Pretty gray as you start your day. Looks like it could rain at any second. The probability of precipitation today still remains relatively high through the midday hours, then really drops off as we head to the late afternoon and evening time frame. Our rain chances will be dwindling later tonight. Here's a look at precipitation potential, and again, any measurable precipitation is going to be very light and likely to stay right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. So we may see just a few light showers here and there, but the heaviest rain will stay to our south. This morning on Doppler track, pretty quiet around here, but some rain just off to the east over Lake Michigan. It is moving in this direction, so it will clip the far southern part of the state over the next couple of hours. A wider view will show you that the precipitation is rotating counterclockwise around the area of low pressure that sits in northern Illinois. That system will continue to pull off to the east today, and as it does, it will mainly take the rain chances out of the area. Clouds will linger a little bit longer, but they should clear overnight as well. As high pressure builds in for Saturday, look for partly sunny skies, dry weather here across the Badger State, even in the Northwoods, and it looks like relatively quiet weather will continue into Sunday. Here's a look at our temperatures across the region. 59 here in Madison, 68 in Decatur, 63 in Des Moines, and 64 in Minneapolis this morning. Some 50s and low 60s on the map early today. It's going to be a little bit warmer than it was yesterday, but not much. Northeasterly winds today will keep kind of a chill in the air. It won't feel very summer-like with highs only near 70 degrees. In fact, 69 in Middleton and, well, as Watertown today for a high. Mostly cloudy skies even through the afternoon. To the west, maybe a little bit warmer to the north. Muscoda topping at 73, 74 in Richland Center, and 75 in Adams. Again, clearing taking place overnight tonight, leading to a better forecast for tomorrow. Here in the Madison area, we'll top at 70 today. Yesterday's high was 67, so technically a little bit warmer. Not much, though. We do warm it up for the weekend with more sunshine. Just a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm Sunday afternoon. Here's our pet walk forecast.
Buddy.
Bailey, not quite as rainy as it was yesterday afternoon if you're taking a walk. Temperatures will be, again, upper 60s, low 70s.
Bailey's shot is grazed the sky. Thank you, Hattie.
Yes. Thanks, Hattie. Well, stay with us. The Morning Sprint is up next on News 3 This Morning.
6:52 time now for the morning sprint. Hattie is expecting another cloudy, cooler day with chances for rain before things clear up for the weekend.
And Christina Laurie is talking about an effort to get more people shopping local leading up to the 4th of July. But we're going to start this morning on Capitol Hill, where the president is tweeting about a possible bill on immigration. He's saying Republicans shouldn't waste time on it right now ahead of the midterm elections, when more conservatives could be voted into office. House Republicans postponed a vote on a compromised GOP bill meant to help reunite families separated at the border and help fund a border wall. That was supposed to happen yesterday, but was pushed to today and now next week.
Executives at Harley-Davidson and Wisconsin cranberry producers are among those paying close attention as new tariffs on American-made products will go into effect today. The European Union is taxing $3.4 billion worth of imports in response to President Trump increasing tariffs on aluminum and steel coming in from other countries. Starting today, the EU will be taxing items like U.S. whiskey, motorcycles, and peanuts.
Madison police are investigating a drive-by shooting on the city's north side overnight. It happened on Northport Drive, about a block away from Warner Park, just after 10. They found a few shell casings in that area before coming across a car hit by bullets with people inside. Police tracked down the two men who were in that car, who said a Gold Crown Victoria chased them and shot at them. Detectives are still looking for that car and any suspects this morning.
The Attorney General here in Wisconsin is criticizing the sentence for a former UW-Madison student who will spend the next 3 years in prison after pleading guilty to sexually assaulting multiple women. A total of 11 women came forward with accusations against Alec Cook. He pleaded guilty to 5 of the 23 counts he faced. During his sentencing yesterday in Dane County Court, you can see there he got emotional. He apologized to the survivors. After his time in prison, Cook will spend 8 years under extended supervision and 15 years on the sex offender registry.
And a big First Alert traffic reminder. Tomorrow is Shake the Lake in downtown Madison. So John Nolan Drive will be closed from South Broome Street to South Blair Street starting at 6 a.m. That closure goes until 6 o'clock Sunday morning, and it expands for about an hour tomorrow night during the fireworks show. You're going to be able to find a full list of those traffic closures on channel3000.com.
Wisconsin is home to more than 440,000 small businesses, and each summer, Independence Week spotlights these local shops here in the Madison area, encouraging residents to stop there and support them. Running from today through July 4th, the week is an opportunity to support and celebrate the businesses that form the backbone of our local economy. 87% of all Wisconsin exports come from small businesses each year. Dane By Local's executive director says, in short, small businesses make Madison's economy go. He says when people shop local, they're investing right back into their own community, helping themselves and local businesses.
And we have one more day with clouds in the area and the potential for a few light showers. We're seeing some of that light rain activity scattered across southern Wisconsin at this hour. Our temperatures today will be a little bit warmer than yesterday, but still cool for the first full day of summer. We top at 70 degrees later on this afternoon.
Hattie, thank you so much. People living along Lake Kaganza not looking forward to that rain. They are dealing with thousands of dollars in water damage despite Dane County officials opening up the dam as far as it will go. Others in Madison say the city isn't doing enough to prevent the storm water systems from overflowing onto their properties. A city engineer says fixing a drainage problem, particularly at Elver Park, is a top priority after several apartments flooded there.
There's also a new warning out about synthetic pot. It's causing internal bleeding cases here in Wisconsin, 10 reported in the past month alone. The illegal drug is sometimes laced with things like rat poison. So far, cases have been reported in Dane, Milwaukee, and Outagamie counties. In Illinois, 4 people have actually died from using the fake drug.
Health officials are asking Rock County residents to stay out of the water after finding high levels of E. coli bacteria in a number of streams and rivers. The health department says 16 sites overall tested high, including parts of the Rock, Yahara, and Sugar Rivers. Officials say this is probably a result of the recent heavy rains.
All road construction on County PD around the University Ridge Golf Course will stop for the next few days as thousands of people come in for the AmFam Championship here in Madison. Extra officers will also be on patrol directing traffic in the area. Depending on the weather, spectators might have to be shuttled in. Edgerton native Steve Stricker hosts the tournament. This year, it's raising money for Alzheimer research at the UW.
6:56 right now. We have been watching this situation on Highway 151 north of Sun Prairie all morning. Let's turn it over to Josh Tim with one more look at traffic.
Yeah, that semi crash on northbound 51 near Columbus still has not been cleared, and the right lane is blocked near the Highway 73 exit. Right now, not causing any major delays, but use some caution if you are driving through there. Still no issues on the Beltline, although the westbound side is continuing to get busier between Stoughton Road and West Broadway. Inbound John Nolan tapping the brakes near the Olin Avenue intersection heading into the downtown area. And other main routes leading into the city, you're moving along at the posted speeds right now with no crashes or issues. With your First Alert Traffic, I'm Josh Tim.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
And it is a cloudy start to the day today. Take a look from the Edgewater Skycam, looking out over downtown Madison. Gray skies this morning. We'll keep the clouds in place through the day today. A few showers are possible as well. Any rain, though, is going to be very light. High temperatures will be around 70 degrees. A nice turnaround for the upcoming weekend with more sunshine and temperatures warming back to around 80 degrees by Sunday. So just be patient through today. We get sun tomorrow.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, students from the Parkland, Florida high school shooting will actually be in Janesville and Madison today. We're going to have updates on that over on channel3000.com.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.